Yeah, it feels good. It was, I think we've obviously had a bit of an up and down last 4 or 5 games, and I think credit to the team. Like we probably easily could have, after a couple of bad losses in a row, just dropped our bundle and turned up today and given lackluster effort and all those things. But I'm really proud of the team. Like they've really, I think over the last probably 7 days or so, just really like come back into the team and. We've really focused on, I think, like our values and what things are important to us here at the Fire. And that's not just about winning basketball games. It's everything that encompasses that. And, I think you can see it on the floor. Like our effort's been so much better. Even in that Southside game, it was like that. We just didn't make shots. Today, we obviously got the ball to go through the basket a little bit more. I thought we were the aggressor for most of the game, and every time they made a run, we didn't allow it to really threaten the game and give them a chance to get back in. We held strong. We continued to get back to what we needed to worry about. It's the most I think we've huddled in a game, right? So across the board, people bringing other people back in when their focus is not there. So it's I think we've taken a big step again in the right direction going into finals.
Does that lay the foundation that you had hoped heading into finals?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, that's a really good side. And Sydney probably, have been one of the most informed sides the second half of the season. So to be able to beat them, obviously they were desperate. They needed to win to make the finals today. So had a lot of incentive to come out and play their best. And I think we did a great job of, as I said, like defending consistently hard throughout the game, making things tough for them. We had some breakdowns, but every team has those, and I think we're able to regroup from them really quickly. And then offensively, it's probably the best we've moved the ball and shared the ball, I think, overall. And, we had a lot of different contributors on the offensive end, so it was great.
It seemed very physical out there. What was that contest like to be out there in that nitty-gritty?
Yeah, I think like when the teams are, especially Sydney, are fighting for their season, I think they're just kind of doing everything they can. And I think for the most part we handled it well. I think there's probably some spots, but we played hard, and usually we don't match it as well, especially when they're kind of initiating all of it. But I think we did a good job. I think I've never seen Zatina play that hard, so it was incredible to see like players like her who've kind of been wanting to like play like that the whole year. So I think it's really exciting kind of going into the finals.
What is the feeling like to go back-to-back minor champions?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I think no one really remembers who the minor champions are. I think you usually kind of remember who wins at the end, but I think it's a really good start, and I think it's another kind of ticking the box and ticking off the home semi and the home grand final, so we're pretty excited about that as well.
How is Zatina feeling after a tumble? Is she all right?
I think she's right. She'll be sore. She's getting checked out again by the medical staff. She got checked at halftime. We'll just keep an eye on her the next couple of days, but I'm sure she'll be pretty sore. It was a pretty hard hit. But credit to her. Like I think for Z, like she's shown so much, mental resilience, particularly the last couple of games. It's the most consistent I think I've seen her play, and throughout this entire season, she's been like that. So it's a real credit to her. I think she's really maturing as a person and a player, and everyone's finally seeing this potential that she's got come to light. She's worked her butt off. She's got in great shape. She's really fit. She can play as many minutes as we need now at a really high level, and we're going to need her to be an enforcer for us in the final. So it's really exciting.
Amanda got some minutes there as well. How were you happy with her return?
Yeah, she was great. She brought energy. She's got a couple of baskets. I think just today, I'm sure she probably wants to play more. But today was really just about her just ticking that next box of getting back out there on the floor in WNBL and getting some minutes under her belt. And she's going to be a massive piece for us in the final. So, we're going to be relying on her to come in and bring the energy and experience that she's got. She's played in some of the best leagues and biggest games in the world, EuroLeague finals, all that sort of thing. So we're going to be relying on that experience. And it's awesome to have, pretty much for the first time this year, our whole squad together.
Another name drop, Michaela Roof. She really found some points again.
Yeah, she did. She hit some threes early and then hit some crazy ones, which we've kind of grown accustomed to with Roof. But, she's that player that will come in and teams will leave open and she'll make them pay. So, I'm sure other teams will try and do that in the finals, and we believe in her to take the right shots at the right time. And, every now and then she gives us one of those crazy ones that goes down as well, which gets the crowd going and steadies the ship for us. So, I think my favourite play of the game, was where she went in the low block and made a really strong move at the rim against Dee Richards to draw her fourth foul. And I think that's what she's going to need to do in this next series as well, be able to go inside and play against Annalie Maley and some of these guys around the rim.
got Perth next. How do you feel about it being them that you're going up against?
Yeah, I think we're excited. I think we're definitely confident going into it, knowing we've beaten them 3 times. But I think knowing that Ari's back, I think makes it kind of a whole new ball game. I think as an added bonus, it's pretty exciting that Sammy gets to go home and see her family. So I think we're kind of playing for something extra as well today. So I think we're really excited to get out there.
Shannon, what does the next few days look like now that we know that we have Thursday's game locked in here and yet preparing for this next series?
Yeah, look, I mean, the girls will have a day off tomorrow. We're going to train because we thought we might play Wednesday, but we're going to have a day off tomorrow. They'll do their recovery, all those things. We'll get everyone to the physio and see what we're dealing with. Steph tweaked her ankle a bit at the end of that game as well, so hopefully she's okay. And then obviously we'll start preparing for Perth. So it's going to be a really big game there. I think with Ari McDonald, they're probably a top 2 team in the league. So, it's going to be a really tough series. And, as we know, like we saw Amy Atwell and Amelia Goodchild here, around Christmas time, whatever that was, and they light the place up. So, we're going to have to defend our butts off, do our scouting, be really prepared. Everyone's got to be aware of what's expected. And, we're going to have to play harder than Perth.
You touched on it before, but how much better is the team with a fit Amanda and Alice out there?
Oh, I think we're great. I mean, it just gives us depth. It gives us experience. It, like I said, it's 2 players that have played in some of the biggest leagues in the world. Alice is a great shooter, brings that. Amanda's got toughness and obviously can shoot the ball from the perimeter as well, which teams have to respect. And, I think it just gives us our full roster back. We've got our full complement. We know what everyone's capable of. Everyone trusts each other. And now we can spread minutes and play as hard as we can in every second we're on the floor.
It's not quite the glitz and glam of the awards night, but Shannon, what's that like to be recognised again?
Yeah, look, it's really nice. I think there was a lot of candidates probably this year that could have won it, even some that were outside of that top 3 that they end up coming up with. We've talked about it in the locker room. Like, it's great to be recognised by that. It's not why I coach. I just care about the players. I want them to do well. I want to see the team be able to enjoy success and achieve the goals that they set out at the start of every year. And, I'm just grateful for all the support that I get from Sam and the club and my assistant coaches, our Triple SM staff, and just being lucky enough to coach people like Courtney that are so bought into the way we want to play and how we do things as a club. It's, it's just awesome to be able to coach here.
I think it's your third coach award up here in Townsville. What is it about the organisation that allows you to take your coaching to the next level?
It starts with the lady on the seats over there. Sorry, probably don't like calling her a lady, but it's like Sam allows me to, has since day one has kind of backed me. She's given me confidence. She allows me to bring in the players that I believe are going to help us be successful. She helps me solve problems, like all those types of things. And same with our board, like they're so supportive of me and my family and all those things. And since day one when we got here, even the first season we had, we were losing games and not going well and the fans were annoyed and all that sort of stuff. They stuck with me and they backed me and, I'm very grateful for that.
The community award, I think, speaks to a little bit about what Shannon just spoke to there. But for you, what does it mean to be able to get quite a special award, especially a special award for Townsville? I think it means something to a club here.
Yeah, I think it's really exciting. I think the award's been going for 2 years and Townsville's won it both times, with Steph winning it last year. So I think that speaks a lot to kind of what we value here and kind of what we pride ourselves on. And I think kind of anyone on our team could have gotten it. And I think we're all kind of out in the community, so it's really exciting to bring another one here. And I'm also really excited, and Signet gives us $5,000, so I'll be pledging it to Ronald McDonald House, so that's kind of the most exciting part of the award for me.
I think Sammy's in the second all-team, right? What's her season been like?
Oh, she's been great. I think and Woody can probably attest to this, I think aside, performance on the court and winning games and all those things aside, Sammy's been amazing for our team. She's just such a mature person, such a great leader. She's had all kinds of stuff going on off the court. Obviously, her wife, her 2 kids, she had a child born during the season, all aren't here. And she's here playing with us and giving us her best effort every single day. And, I'm just so grateful that she decided to come here and play here. And I'm really happy for her that she's been named in the second team. And I think, she'd be happy about that as well. But I think her goal is to win a championship. So now that's what we're going to turn our focus to, and that starts with Perth on Thursday and trying to win game 1, and then we'll go from there.
Awesome. Thanks,
Cool.
guys.
Thank you.